Discover Yukon's beauty, hiking the Grizzly Lake Trail. By Brian Hamilton. Embark on an unforgettable journey as we explore the Grizzly Lake Trail in Tombstone Territorial Park, Yukon. Discover the challenges, breathtaking landscapes, and incredible wildlife along this iconic alpine trail, offering a true wilderness experience in one of Canada's most stunning and remote destinations. Let's dive into the adventure. Introduction. In the heart of the Yukon's untamed wilderness lies a trail that captivates adventurers with its raw beauty and serene isolation, the Grizzly Lake Trail. Nestled within Tombstone Territorial Park, this challenging yet rewarding route weaves through some of Canada's most striking landscapes, drawing hikers, backpackers, and nature lovers from across the globe. Every step on this trail feels like a passage into a hidden world, where jagged peaks pierce the sky and nature reigns supreme. Spanning 13.8 miles round trip with a grueling 4,438-foot elevation gain, the Grizzly Lake Trail is not for the faint of heart. Yet, for those who take on its challenges, the rewards are immeasurable. The trail's journey through subalpine forests, vibrant alpine meadows, rocky boulder fields, and culminating at the turquoise waters of Grizzly Lake offers a kaleidoscope of ecosystems rarely seen in one hike. Along the way, hikers encounter sweeping vistas, delicate wildflowers, and the occasional glimpse of wildlife, from golden eagles soaring overhead to marmots basking on sunlit rocks. This trail demands respect and preparation. Rugged terrain and rapidly changing weather require hikers to be physically fit and well-equipped. However, these very challenges make the experience all the more memorable, forging a deep connection between adventurers and the landscape they traverse. Best explored between June and September, the Grizzly Lake Trail bursts to life during the summer months. Fields of wildflowers blanket the meadows, and the park's wildlife activity peaks, offering hikers an intimate encounter with the Yukon's dynamic ecosystem. The Grizzly Lake Trail is more than a hike, it's an invitation to step into a world where nature's power and beauty are on full display. This is not just an adventure, it's a journey into one of Canada's most remote and breathtaking corners, leaving visitors with memories to last a lifetime. Calling all outdoor enthusiasts. Dive into the world of adventure with SkyblueOverland.com. From in-depth gear reviews to breathtaking trail guides and tips for epic getaways, Skyblue Overland is your compass for exploring the great outdoors. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or planning your first adventure, we'll help you gear up and get inspired. Visit SkyblueOverland.com and make your next journey unforgettable. Trailhead location, geography, and getting there. Trailhead location. The Grizzly Lake Trail begins in the heart of Tombstone Territorial Park, a rugged and remote wilderness area in Yukon, Canada. The trailhead is conveniently located at kilometer 58.5 of the Dempster Highway, a legendary gravel road that slices through the park's dramatic landscape. At the trailhead, you'll find a small parking lot equipped with essential amenities, including interpretive signage, bear-proof garbage bins, and an outhouse. These features provide critical information about the park's history, geology, and wildlife while emphasizing the importance of safety in this remote environment. Arrive early, particularly during peak hiking months, as the parking lot can fill quickly. Geography. The Grizzly Lake Trail traverses the Ogilvy Mountains, a subarctic range shaped over millennia by tectonic activity, glaciation, and erosion. This rugged terrain is part of the Tintina Trench Fault System, a massive geological feature that defines much of the Yukon's dramatic landscape. The region is characterized by steep ridges, glacier-carved valleys, and expansive alpine meadows. One of the trail's most iconic landmarks is Tombstone Mountain, a jagged granite peak that towers over the surrounding landscape. Often referred to as the Patagonia of the North, this striking formation epitomizes the raw, untamed beauty of the park. Its dramatic silhouette is visible from various points along the trail, serving as a constant reminder of the area's geologic history and natural grandeur. Getting there. Reaching the Grizzly Lake Trailhead is an adventure in itself. From Dawson City, a vibrant northern town known for its gold rush history, it's a 90-minute drive north along the Dempster Highway. This iconic route stretches over 700 kilometers into the Arctic Circle, offering breathtaking views of tundra, mountains, and pristine wilderness. However, the highway's gravel surface presents unique challenges. Dust, potholes, and sudden weather changes can make driving conditions unpredictable, so ensure your vehicle is equipped for rugged terrain. Four-wheel drive vehicles are recommended, and rental agencies in Dawson City often have options prepped for these journeys. Pro tip: stock up on supplies, including fuel, food, and emergency equipment, before leaving Dawson City. The remoteness of the Dempster Highway means services are scarce, and being well prepared is crucial. By planning ahead and arriving early, you'll set yourself up for a smooth start to your Grizzly Lake adventure. Track your adventure with the Skyblue Explorers Club. Your journey doesn't end here. Log your hike and connect with a community of explorers on Strava. The Skyblue Explorers Club is where outdoor enthusiasts like you come together to share their stories, track their adventures, and challenge themselves to new heights. Join today and be part of a growing movement of hikers and endurance adventurers who live for the trail. Join the Skyblue Explorers Club on Strava. Adventure awaits. Let's move together. Trail description. Section 1. Forested ascent. The journey along the Grizzly Lake Trail begins in a lush subalpine forest, where white spruce and fir trees form a dense canopy overhead. This shaded stretch offers a serene introduction to the trail, with dappled sunlight filtering through the trees and a chorus of birdsong accompanying your steps. The forest floor is a vibrant tapestry of mosses, lichens, and fungi, their emerald hues contrasting with the dark bark of towering evergreens. The initial section features a gradual incline, giving hikers a chance to warm up before the terrain grows steeper. As you progress, the trail transitions into a more challenging ascent, with root-covered paths requiring careful navigation. Occasional rocky segments add to the complexity, while small streams crisscross the trail, offering natural spots to refill your water bottles, provided you use a filtration system. The trickling sounds of these streams enhance the forest's tranquil ambience. This section is a haven for wildlife enthusiasts. Boreal birds, such as gray jays and boreal chickadees, flit between branches, while small mammals like red squirrels scurry through the underbrush. In early mornings or late afternoons, hikers might even spot larger animals, such as moose, foraging in the distance. As the forest begins to thin with elevation, the air becomes noticeably cooler, and views of the surrounding ridges occasionally peek through the trees. These brief glimpses hint at the breathtaking landscapes awaiting higher up the trail. Tips for hikers: wear sturdy hiking boots with good ankle support to handle the roots and rocks. Bring trekking poles to stabilize yourself on the uneven terrain and assist with the steeper inclines. Take your time navigating the streams, as the rocks can be slippery. By the time you emerge from this forested ascent, you'll feel both physically warmed up and mentally attuned to the challenges ahead. Section 2. Boulder fields and open views. As the trail leaves the protective cover of the forest, the landscape shifts dramatically. You find yourself in an open expanse of boulder fields, where the horizon stretches wide, revealing the grandeur of the Ogilvy Mountains. Here, the trail takes on a rugged and exposed character, offering hikers an immediate sense of adventure. Navigating this section requires focus. The path weaves through fields of loose rocks, with cairns serving as your primary guide. These carefully stacked stone markers are crucial for maintaining the trail, as the terrain can become disorienting without clear indicators. The boulders themselves tell a story of the region's ancient geological history, their jagged edges bearing the marks of glacial erosion and freeze-thaw weathering. The reward for tackling this challenging terrain is the stunning panoramic views. From this vantage point, Tombstone Mountain dominates the skyline with its unmistakable jagged profile, a striking granite peak that embodies the park's wild beauty. To the east, you can spot the rolling tundra and meandering streams that carve through the valleys below, while to the west, the peaks of the Ogilvy Range rise dramatically, showcasing the ruggedness of the Yukon wilderness. The boulder fields are also rich with life. Look closely, and you might spot hoary marmots sunning themselves on rocks or hear their high-pitched whistles, a natural alarm system alerting their colony to potential threats. Overhead, golden eagles soar on thermals, their graceful movements a stark contrast to the rugged terrain below. While the boulder fields can be tiring, they also provide an opportunity to rest and recharge. The expansive views and quiet solitude invite hikers to pause and soak in the surroundings. Pro tips for this section: wear gloves to protect your hands when using the rocks for balance. Plan for short breaks to appreciate the views and take photos. Keep an eye out for marmots, but maintain a respectful distance from all wildlife. Navigating this rugged section is a reminder of nature's raw power and beauty, and it sets the stage for the gentler terrain ahead. Section 3, Alpine Meadows and Grizzly Lake. As the trail moves beyond the boulder fields, it transitions into a series of alpine meadows, where the terrain levels out and the atmosphere becomes more peaceful. The meadows are a breathtaking sight, especially in the summer months when they burst into a riot of colors. Arctic poppies, fireweed, and lupins blanket the ground, their delicate petals standing in sharp contrast to the rugged peaks in the background. This section is a natural sanctuary, home to a variety of wildlife. Marmots continue to make their presence known, while caribou may be seen grazing in the distance. Keep your eyes on the sky as well, as golden eagles and ptarmigans are often spotted here. The meadows also provide a chance to fully appreciate the Yukon's subarctic ecosystem, where life thrives despite the harsh conditions. The final stretch of the trail descends gently toward Grizzly Lake, and the sight of the lake's turquoise waters is nothing short of magical. Nestled at the base of towering peaks, the lake's still surface reflects the rugged surroundings like a mirror. This is the reward that hikers dream of, the moment when the effort of the trail melts away, replaced by the serenity of this pristine alpine environment. The designated campsites near the lake are thoughtfully placed to minimize environmental impact while offering unparalleled views. Each site has flat ground for tents, access to water for filtration, and bear-proof food storage facilities. Remember, camping outside these designated areas is strictly prohibited to preserve the fragile ecosystem. Tips for this section: stay on the marked trails to protect the meadows and minimize your impact. Take time to explore the area around Grizzly Lake, but avoid wandering too far from established paths. Pack out all waste, and adhere to leave no trace principles to help maintain this pristine wilderness. The arrival at Grizzly Lake marks not just the end of the trail but the culmination of an unforgettable journey. Whether you spend a few hours by the water or set up camp for the night, this serene spot will leave an indelible mark on your memory, a testament to the power and beauty of nature. Discover adventure. Dive into Beyond the Skyblue Horizon, a new podcast from Skyblue Overland. Hosted by Brian Hamilton, it's your guide to exploring destinations, reviewing gear, and getting expert advice. Perfect for every outdoor enthusiast. Listen now on all podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe now and take your first step into the stories and adventures that lie beyond the horizon. Geology of the trail area. The Grizzly Lake Trail in Tombstone Territorial Park offers not only stunning scenery but also a fascinating glimpse into the Earth's geologic past. The trail's rugged terrain, dramatic peaks, and glacial features tell a story of tectonic forces, ancient glaciers, and weathering processes that have shaped the land over millions of years. Tectonic origins. The Grizzly Lake Trail traverses the Ogilvy Mountains, part of a vast subarctic range in Yukon. These mountains owe their formation to tectonic forces associated with the Tintina Trench, a major fault system that extends across Alaska and Yukon. Over millions of years, movements along the Tintina Fault uplifted layers of sedimentary rock, creating the jagged peaks and ridges characteristic of the region. These tectonic movements were not isolated events but part of a broader geological reshaping of western North America, contributing to the formation of the continent's dramatic mountain ranges. This tectonic activity was accompanied by the folding and faulting of sedimentary layers, creating the rugged terrain that defines the Ogilvy Mountains. The upheaval of ancient seabeds, now visible in the form of limestone and shale, offers a rare window into Earth's distant past. This area, once submerged beneath a prehistoric sea, now stands as a monument to the planet's dynamic geologic processes. Glacial legacy. While tectonic uplift laid the foundation, it was the Ice Age glaciers that sculpted the Ogilvy Mountains into their current form. Evidence of these ancient glaciers is visible throughout the Grizzly Lake Trail, from U-shaped valleys to scattered moraines. These glaciers advanced and retreated over thousands of years, grinding down the rock and carving out the dramatic landscapes hikers see today. One of the most striking features shaped by glaciation is Grizzly Lake itself. The lake is a classic cirque lake, formed in a bowl-shaped depression at high altitudes. As glaciers carved into the mountain slopes, they left behind a deep basin that filled with meltwater after the ice receded. The result is the lake's striking turquoise color, which comes from suspended glacial silt that refracts light in the water. Moraines, piles of rocky debris deposited by retreating glaciers, are scattered along the trail and serve as reminders of the region's icy past. These moraines, along with smooth rock surfaces and striations left by glacial movement, reveal the immense power of ice to shape even the hardest rock. Rock formations. The rock formations along the Grizzly Lake Trail are as diverse as they are ancient. Much of the area consists of sedimentary rocks, primarily shale and limestone, which were deposited in ancient marine environments hundreds of millions of years ago. Over time, these rocks were uplifted, folded, and fractured by tectonic forces. Weathering and erosion have since exposed their layered structures, offering hikers a chance to glimpse into the region's geologic timeline. Tombstone Mountain, the park's namesake and one of its most iconic peaks, stands in striking contrast to the surrounding sedimentary rocks. This granite intrusion formed when molten rock from deep within the earth forced its way into older sedimentary layers and cooled slowly beneath the surface. Over millions of years, erosion stripped away the softer sedimentary rock, leaving the hard, jagged granite of Tombstone Mountain exposed. Its unique shape and composition make it a centerpiece of the park's geologic story. Fascinating features. As you hike along the Grizzly Lake Trail, you'll encounter a variety of geologic features that showcase the region's dynamic history. Polished rock surfaces and talus slopes are common sights, bearing evidence of the glaciers that once dominated this landscape. Talus slopes, formed by the accumulation of broken rock at the base of cliffs, highlight the constant interplay of gravity and weathering. The region's harsh climate plays a significant role in shaping its geology. Freeze-thaw cycles, where water seeps into cracks in the rock, freezes, and expands, contribute to the continual fracturing and weathering of the terrain. This process, repeated over centuries, creates the jagged ridges and boulder fields that make the trail both challenging and captivating. These geologic forces are not relics of the past but ongoing processes, slowly reshaping the landscape year by year. For hikers on the Grizzly Lake Trail, the terrain beneath their feet is a living testament to the powerful natural forces that have sculpted the Yukon's breathtaking wilderness. The geology of the Grizzly Lake Trail is as much a highlight as its scenic beauty. From the tectonic uplift of the Ogilvy Mountains to the glacial sculpting of Grizzly Lake and the unique rock formations like Tombstone Mountain, every step along the trail is a journey through time. Understanding the region's geologic history enriches the hiking experience, connecting you to the ancient forces that continue to shape this remarkable landscape. Explore with confidence. Guided adventures from 57hours.com. Looking to make the most of your hiking experience? 57hours.com connects you with expert local guides who take the stress out of planning. Whether you're tackling iconic trails or discovering hidden gems, you'll benefit from personalized, professional guidance tailored to your skill level. Why 57hours.com? Expert local guides. Navigate safely and confidently. Custom experiences, adventures for every skill level. Hassle-free planning, just show up and hike. Ready to explore the wild like never before? Visit 57hours.com today to book your next unforgettable adventure. Adventure starts here. Ecology of the trail area. The Grizzly Lake Trail is not just a journey through breathtaking landscapes but also an opportunity to experience the unique and delicate ecology of Tombstone Territorial Park. This region, located in the subarctic wilderness of Yukon, is a thriving habitat for an array of plant and animal species, many of which have adapted to the park's extreme conditions. Understanding the flora, fauna, and conservation efforts adds a deeper appreciation for this pristine environment. Flora. The trail traverses a range of ecosystems, from dense subalpine forests to vibrant alpine meadows, each hosting a remarkable diversity of plant life. Subalpine forests at lower elevations. The trail passes through subalpine forests dominated by white spruce and fir trees, their sturdy forms well suited to the harsh winters and short growing seasons of the region. Interspersed among these giants are dwarf birch and Arctic willow, shrubs that hug the ground to avoid damage from strong winds and heavy snow. The forest floor is a lush carpet of mosses, lichens, and ferns, thriving in the cool, shaded environment. Alpine meadows. As the trail ascends into alpine terrain, the dense forest gives way to open meadows bursting with color during the summer months. Arctic wildflowers, such as lupins, fireweed, and Arctic poppies, paint the landscape in shades of purple, pink, and yellow. These plants have adapted to the short growing season by flowering quickly and spreading seeds before the frost returns. Many also grow close to the ground, conserving heat and protecting themselves from strong winds. Adaptations. The plants of Tombstone Territorial Park have evolved remarkable adaptations to survive in the subarctic climate. Many species, such as cotton grass, are designed to retain moisture in their roots, helping them endure dry, rocky soils. Others rely on their small, waxy leaves to minimize water loss and survive in the nutrient-poor environment. These adaptations highlight the resilience of life in one of Canada's most challenging habitats. Fauna. The Grizzly Lake Trail is a haven for wildlife, offering hikers the chance to observe many of the region's iconic animals in their natural habitat. Mammals. Large mammals such as grizzly bears, caribou, and Dall sheep roam the park's rugged terrain. Caribou are often spotted grazing in the alpine meadows, their antlers silhouetted against the sky. Dall sheep prefer the rocky outcrops, where their agility keeps them safe from predators. Marmots, with their playful behaviors and high-pitched whistles, are a common sight on talus slopes, adding a sense of liveliness to the stark landscape. Birds. Bird enthusiasts will delight in spotting the park's diverse avian population. Golden eagles soar high above the peaks, scanning for prey with their keen eyesight. Ptarmigans, perfectly camouflaged in their mottled feathers, are often seen foraging near the trail. During the summer, migratory species such as harlequin ducks and warblers add flashes of color and bursts of song to the wilderness. Bear safety. Hikers should remain vigilant for grizzly bears, especially near water sources or berry patches. To minimize encounters, make noise while hiking to alert bears of your presence. Store all food and scented items in bear-proof canisters, a park requirement. Always carry bear spray and know how to use it effectively. By following these precautions, hikers can safely coexist with the park's apex predators. Conservation efforts. Preserving the delicate ecosystem of Tombstone Territorial Park is a top priority, as its remote and pristine nature makes it highly sensitive to human impact. Regulated camping. Camping along the Grizzly Lake Trail is strictly regulated to protect the environment. Visitors are required to stay in designated campsites to minimize disturbances to the flora and fauna. These sites are carefully chosen to reduce erosion and habitat disruption. Leave no trace practices. Hikers are encouraged to follow leave no trace principles, which include packing out all waste, staying on marked trails, and avoiding picking plants or disturbing wildlife. These practices are vital for maintaining the park's ecological integrity. Research and monitoring. The park's management conducts ongoing research and monitoring to track the health of its ecosystems. This includes studying the effects of climate change, which poses a significant threat to subarctic habitats. Rising temperatures and shifting precipitation patterns could alter the delicate balance of flora and fauna, making conservation efforts more crucial than ever. The Grizzly Lake Trail offers a rare chance to witness the resilience and beauty of the Yukon's subarctic ecology. From the vibrant wildflowers of the alpine meadows to the majestic wildlife that roams the ridges, every element of this ecosystem plays a vital role in sustaining the park's natural harmony. By understanding and respecting this fragile environment, hikers can ensure that Tombstone Territorial Park remains a thriving wilderness for generations to come. Join the Skyblue Explorers Club on Patreon. Take your love for adventure to the next level. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive trail guides, gear discounts, giveaways, and access to a vibrant community of explorers. Whether you're summiting peaks, planning epic road trips, or just dreaming of your next outdoor escape, the Skyblue Explorers Club has everything you need to inspire and equip your journey. Join now on Patreon. Adventure awaits. Planning your adventure. Proper planning is essential for tackling the Grizzly Lake Trail. From securing permits to packing the right gear, thoughtful preparation ensures a safe and enjoyable journey through the remote wilderness of Tombstone Territorial Park. Here's what you need to know before embarking on this unforgettable adventure. Preparation. The Grizzly Lake Trail is a challenging route, so bringing the right equipment and clothing is critical. Gear checklist. Sturdy hiking boots. Choose boots with good ankle support and rugged soles for navigating rocky terrain and boulder fields. Layered clothing. Pack moisture-wicking base layers, insulating mid-layers, and a waterproof outer shell. The weather can change rapidly, with sunny skies turning into rain or snow within hours. Bear-proof canisters. These are required for storing food and scented items to minimize wildlife encounters. Trekking poles. Useful for stability on steep inclines, uneven paths, and boulder fields. Backpack essentials. Bring a reliable map, compass, GPS device, or offline navigation app to stay on course. Include a first aid kit, water filtration system, extra food, and emergency shelter. Satellite communication device. Cell service is non-existent in the park, so carrying a satellite device for emergencies is highly recommended. Weather forecasts. Always check the weather forecast for Tombstone Territorial Park before your hike. Conditions can shift dramatically in this subarctic region, and being caught unprepared could be dangerous. Pack for rain, wind, and chilly nights, even in summer. Permits and reservations. Camping along the Grizzly Lake Trail is regulated to preserve the environment and maintain the wilderness experience. Registration process. All overnight visitors must register for camping permits, which can be booked online through the Yukon Park's website. Permits are required for designated campsites near Grizzly Lake. Reservations open early in the season and fill quickly during peak months, June to September, so plan ahead to secure your spot. Tips for booking. Monitor the reservation system and book as soon as dates are released, especially if you plan to hike during weekends or holidays. Have flexible dates to improve your chances of finding availability. Navigation and safety. The Grizzly Lake Trail requires strong navigation skills, particularly in sections where the path is less defined. Using cairns and maps. Cairns, stacked rocks, mark the route through boulder fields and open terrain. Pay close attention to these markers to avoid getting lost. Always carry a topographic map and compass or GPS device as a backup. Electronic devices can fail, so knowing how to navigate manually is vital. Emergency preparedness. Pack a first aid kit tailored for backcountry injuries, including bandages, pain relievers, and blister treatments. A satellite communication device like a Garmin inReach or Spot can provide a lifeline in case of emergencies. Additional tips. Timing your hike. Start early in the morning to take advantage of cooler temperatures, optimal lighting, and fewer crowds. The early hours also allow more time to complete challenging sections before dark. Resources in Dawson City. Dawson City is your last chance to stock up on fuel, food, and gear. Visit local outdoor shops for last-minute items or advice from experienced hikers familiar with the region. By planning carefully and respecting the challenges of the Grizzly Lake Trail, you'll set yourself up for a rewarding adventure through one of Canada's most pristine wilderness areas. With preparation, patience, and respect for nature, this trail promises an experience you'll never forget. Plan your Ollie's Falls via Woody Trail adventure. Unlock your next adventure with Onyx Backcountry, the ultimate tool for hikers and outdoor enthusiasts. Plan every step with detailed topographic maps, customizable waypoints, and real-time trail conditions. Stay safe with offline maps and GPS tracking, even when you're off the grid. Whether you're tackling steep summits or serene forest trails, Onyx Backcountry ensures you never miss a turn or a view. Ready to elevate your hiking game? Click here to start your free trial today. Use Onyx Backcountry for detailed maps, elevation profiles, and offline GPS tracking to make your Glacier Basin hike safe, seamless, and unforgettable. Conclusion. The Grizzly Lake Trail is more than just a hike, it's a journey into the heart of Yukon's wild and untamed beauty. The challenges along the trail, from steep ascents and rugged boulder fields to rapidly changing weather, test your endurance and resolve. Yet, every step is rewarded with breathtaking vistas, vibrant alpine meadows, and the tranquility of one of Canada's most pristine wilderness areas. This is a trail that leaves an indelible mark, not just on your boots but on your spirit. Hiking the Grizzly Lake Trail is a transformative experience. It's a chance to step away from the hum of modern life and immerse yourself in the raw power of nature. Along the way, you'll learn to navigate rugged terrain, marvel at the resilience of life in subarctic conditions, and appreciate the delicate balance that makes this ecosystem so unique. The journey will challenge your body, but it will also rejuvenate your soul. For those seeking adventure and connection, the Grizzly Lake Trail awaits. As you plan your trip, remember to tread lightly, respect the land, and embrace the spirit of wilderness conservation. By following Leave No Trace principles and adhering to park regulations, you can help preserve this extraordinary place for future generations. Picture yourself standing on the shores of Grizzly Lake as the day fades into twilight. The water, a serene turquoise mirror, reflects the jagged peaks that encircle it like sentinels. The air is crisp and still, carrying the faint scent of wildflowers and alpine earth. In this moment, The vastness of nature envelopes you, offering a sense of peace and connection that lingers long after the hike is over. This is the essence of the Grizzly Lake Trail, a memory you'll carry forever. About the author, Brian Hamilton, an engineering geologist and adventure writer, shares his outdoor experiences on skyblueoverland.com. He has been in the engineering and construction field for over 35 years. He holds a bachelor's degree in geology from the University of Illinois and a master's degree in geological engineering from South Dakota Mines. With a geological engineering background, he provides unique insights into nature, adventure sports, and gear through engaging articles, trail guides, and creative storytelling. A certified professional geologist, Brian lives in Philadelphia. Explore beyond limits, with confidence. You're deep in the backcountry, miles from the nearest trailhead, and an unexpected injury turns your dream hike into a nightmare. What's your plan? Enter Global Rescue. With 24/7 field rescue and medical evacuation services, you're never truly alone, even in the most remote wilderness. Whether it's a twisted ankle, altitude sickness, or an emergency that requires urgent care, Global Rescue's expert teams are ready to act when you need them most. Immediate on-site assistance. Evacuation to your hospital of choice. Coverage in over 195 countries. Don't let the fear of the unknown stop you from exploring the trails you love. Adventure is unpredictable, but your safety doesn't have to be. Join Global Rescue today and hike without hesitation. Visit globalrescue.com to secure your membership now. Terms of use, as with each guide published on skyblueoverland.com, should you choose to these routes, do so at your own risk. Prior to setting out, check current local weather, conditions, and land/road closures. While taking a trail, obey all public and private land use restrictions and rules, carry proper safety and navigational equipment, and of course, follow the #LevenoTrace guidelines. The information found herein is simply a planning resource to be used as a point of inspiration in conjunction with your own due diligence. In spite of the fact that this route, associated GPS track, GPX and maps, and all route guidelines were prepared under diligent research by the specified contributor and/or contributors, the accuracy of such in judgment of the author is not guaranteed. Skyblue Overland LLC, its partners, associates, and contributors are in no way liable for personal injury, damage to personal property, or any other such situation that might happen to individuals following this route. What to read next? An Adventurer's Guide to Jasper National Park, Alberta, Canada. Jasper Wildfire Update, essential travel info and how you can help. Glacier View Lodge, a majestic retreat in Jasper National Park. Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge, a luxurious retreat. Best scrambles in the Indian Peaks Wilderness, Colorado. Guide to backcountry skiing in the Brainerd Recreation Area. Planning the perfect adventure trip to Grand Lake, Colorado. Exploring the wonders of Wild Basin in Rocky Mountain National Park. Surviving the Wild, the Urban Forager. Short story. Adventurer's Guide to Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. Trekking the Tetons, a wild adventure on the Teton Crest Trail. Planning the perfect adventure trip to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Adventurer's Guide to North Cascades National Park.